While everyone's obsessing over skin texture, exfoliating, resurfacing or chasing glow, the actual structural layer that holds your face up is quietly collapsing, and no serum on earth is going to fix it. It's called the SMAS. It sits under your muscles. It's what surgeons lift during a facelift. And when your SMAS drops, so does everything above it. Goodbye, useful face. The device that I'm going to be focusing on today, which let me tell you is something that I am so happy I stumbled across, is the AMIRO U1. And I know I cover a lot of devices on my channel. I am primarily a review channel, which means that I get to discover, try and test all of these devices out on your behalf, dive in really deep into how they work, what they do, and whether they're worth the investment or not. AMIRO is a Chinese skincare brand, and we've got to get this out there right now. Made in China really doesn't mean what it meant 20 years ago, when you think that nearly all technological production takes place in China. The development takes place in China. They're pretty much a step ahead of the rest of the world when it comes to technology. And I'm telling you now, this one here is no exception to the rule. I have a handful of HIFU and ultrasound devices that I've showcased across my channel. The build quality, the technology, and the features of this one literally blow every other HIFU and ultrasound device that I have for home use out of the water. So let's talk about what it really does, what happens when you start zapping 4.5mm deep, and why you probably shouldn't freestyle near your jawline. So this is the AMIRO U1 Ultralift, a home-use micro-focused ultrasound device that claims to deliver clinical level energy into the SMAS layer of the face. Yep, that's the same SMAS layer that plastic surgeons lift during a proper deep plane facelift. Not the epidermis, not the dermis, we're talking the deep fascia under your facial muscles. Now I agree, that's ambitious for something that I can hold in one hand. So here's what this handheld home-use skin tightening device promises. A tighter jawline, lifted cheeks, less sagging, long-term collagen regeneration, zero downtime and zero damage. Unless, of course, you try to use it over your eyeballs. Don't do that. Cooked eyeballs are damaged eyeballs, and damaged eyeballs, no use. But we'll get to the don'ts a bit later. Alright, so first things first, let's take a quick look at what micro-focused ultrasound technology does in this. Ultrasound in this technology doesn't scan babies or break apart kidney stones. This isn't hospital tech. It's a targeted delivery of acoustic energy that travels beneath the skin and creates heat at a precisely controlled depth. That heat, it triggers collagen contraction and kicks off a wound healing response, but, and this is key, it doesn't cook your skin. The surrounding tissue stays completely untouched. Now the heat forms thermal coagulation points, which are super precise microscopic injury zones. And these activate fibroblasts, which are your collagen factories and which benefit from a boost as we age. Yep, I'm the voice of experience with that one. Now it's important to note that collagen, it isn't a quick fix protein. It's literally your skin's structural scaffolding. And once you disturb it just enough, your body gets to work rebuilding stronger. Like it's patching up a dent from the inside out. So, what's the SMAS and why should you even care about it? The SMAS, or the superficial muscular aponeurotic system, is a fancy name for the deep fibrous layer that supports your skin and muscles. Think of it like the suspension cables under a bridge. Once they start to loosen, everything above starts to sag and fall in on itself. Not great for the bridge and, unsurprisingly, not great for your face. Now, tightening the SMAS means that you're addressing the actual foundation of your face and not just smoothing the top layer. That's why facelifts target this layer, and it's why the AMIRO's big flex is, hey, we can reach that layer too, without the surgery. Can a home facelift device actually achieve thermal stimulation at 4.5mm? Well, this home use skin tightening device fires 4 MHz of ultrasound energy, and the frequency and energy output of this device can reach that depth when properly focused. And better still, AMIRO claims that the square wave delivery system lets them do that without the stabbing pain that people usually associate with high intensity HIFU. More power, less screaming. And I've been using this over the last month. I can confirm that there is zero pain. Like seriously, none. Alright, if you're here for a tutorial on how to use the AMIRO U1, then this is the section that you've been waiting for. In this beauty, you've got two treatment modes. You've got the stamping mode, which can use the gentle or intense settings on this, and then there is the express mode, which is also known as the gliding. So let's kick things off with the stamping mode, also known as the one that I use the most. Stamping mode requires the 4-zone face mask that comes with the device. It's single use, not washable, not recyclable, but easily replaceable. And each section of one of these masks, it lines up with a treatment zone. We've got forehead, cheeks, jaw, chin, you get the gist. These masks are pre-soaked with a conductive gel already. So what you do is you take your mask, as I'm going to do a treatment, I might as well show you how to do this as well. Remove your mask from the packet. We are gonna unfold it. And then as you can see here, the mask is color coded. So we've got the orange for the forehead, we have got green for the eye zone, there is blue for the cheeks, and there is purple for the chin and jawline. Now there's a mesh that helps support this mask. What we do is that mesh, we wanna make sure is facing outwards and not onto the face. We'll apply the mask to the skin and then we'll remove that mesh before we start the treatment. Now it's really important whether you're using the mask or a conductive gel that there is plenty of gel and moisture on the skin, because no moisture means no energy transfer. So I'm going to put the mask on my face, remove the mesh, voila, smooth this down nicely, make sure that everything is aligned nicely. And then the device head from this needs to be aligned with each of the color-coded marks on the mask. The sensor tip is at the top, so when you hold it this way, this is the top of the device. We're always going to be stamping with the top to the top. The smart sensor then goes ahead and it reads the color coded zones on the mask. So I'm going to long press to power the device on, vibrates when it's on, and then you double tap to switch modes, or you single tap to switch the power intensity up or down. Now orange light is intense mode, green light is gentle mode, and blue light is the express mode. So for this stamping session I've powered on the device and I'm going to double click the mode button until I find the orange light. Now I'm going to set my power intensity level to maximum because I've been using this for about a month now, but when you start out with this one you want to start on the lowest level, which is 1, and then what I'm going to do is line up the device with the mask. The frequency runs for 4 seconds, it beeps, you can feel it working its magic. When it's done it vibrates and we move on to the next spot. So as you can see I started on the first grid of the mask near the nose, and then I'm just working my way outwards and then coming back in and working my way down. You're taking the device tip, making sure the sensor starts at the top, slide it down flat and let it run. Now when I'm doing this, each one of these is going to get 3 goings over. I don't do them one after the other because I don't want the heat to build too intensely. Now when you're using this one, you're not meant to wiggle it, you're not meant to glide it or circle or bounce around, because that's not how focused ultrasound works. The key word here is focused. Also, don't be a hero, start on level 1 because you can build up over the weeks, but blasting your face on maximum power from day 1 because you want results faster is how you end up Googling, why does my cheek hurt after using a HIFU device? So what does this feel like? Well, stamping mode at low intensity, it feels like a firm buzz with a mild click. You press it down, it zaps you, you move on. At higher levels, you're going to feel a little bit of a sharper kick. Still tolerable, but definitely a little bit more noticeable. Now the square wave delivery helps here. Instead of spiking painfully like traditional sine wave ultrasound, what it does is it spreads the energy in a more tolerable burst. Still powerful, but without the sting, which I think is pretty clever in itself. And obviously, no face is one size fits all, but these masks are pretty much focusing on the zones that you need to be treating to get that lift going. A lot of people worry that devices like HIFU and radio frequency are going to obliterate their facial fat. Completely possible, because it is delivering heat into those layers where the superficial fat pads are found. But the thing to remember here is that home use devices nowhere near as powerful as in-clinic devices. Also, facial fat loss tends to come from those professional in-clinic machines being administered by practitioners who either don't understand the technology or who are not paying attention to your facial fat levels and anatomy as it is, resulting in over-treatment, overheating, all of these things that you don't want that could potentially have an impact on your facial fat level. Devices like these have got inbuilt safety features to help prevent any facial fat loss, to prevent any burns, to prevent any damage. And really the only way that you're gonna experience any kind of impact on your facial fat levels is if you go in and use this way more than is recommended, or you go treating the same zone over and over and over again. So if that is one of your concerns, things like this you don't need to worry too much about. Now obviously I know that there are going to be times when people aren't going to have a mask available, maybe they've run out of them, maybe they just don't want to use them. In which case there is the glide-in mode. Now I normally wouldn't double treat in a single session, but for the purpose of this video I am going to give you a quick demo of how to do the gliding mode as well. With the gliding mode you want to use a decent conductive gel. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to squeeze out the gel that I've got in this mask. But you could use your favourite conductive gel or a dedicated ultrasound gel, entirely up to you. So all I do then is I select the mode for the gliding mode. I'm going to place the device flat against the skin, working out from the corner of the nose. I'm just gliding ever so gently up towards the ear. Move it down around about ½ an inch, so there's about a 50% overlap, and again sliding out. Now with this one, I'm not treating around the lip, I'm not treating at the corners of the mouth, I'm definitely not treating the thyroid, and of course I'm not going to be going directly around my eyes either. And then the opposite side. Then what I do is I like to work from the jawline upwards, and you'll notice at all times I'm gliding the device. And then I just finish off with one last sweep starting from the centre face. And then if I'm doing the neck, I would slide it down the neck, but I would be avoiding the centre line over the thyroid, over the trachea, anywhere in the middle line really. The way that I like to look at it is anything from the corners of the mouth down is a no-go zone for me. But yeah, literally it takes 5 to 10 minutes to do a full face and neck session with this. Then once you're done with the device, you're just going to take a dry cloth and just give it a wipe down. Make sure that you remove all of the residual liquid, like so. Take the lid, pop that on, stick the device on charge, put it in its holder to the gliding mode, as I just showed you. Then this one is really better for maintenance. There's no heat, you can detect a little bit of warmth, but it just feels like hundreds of tiny little fingers tapping away on the surface and just beneath the surface of your skin. But also with the gliding mode it is a lower intensity, so don't expect miracle lifts from a single pass. And like I said to you, the no-zap zone areas to avoid, seriously, you cannot say that I didn't warn you. The eyeballs and the eyelids, yes, people have tried to use frequencies like this over the eyes before, thinking that it's going to help to lift the lids. If you want to lift the lids, you focus above the brow and just beneath the brow on the bone. It's going to give you some tightness, some lift here. We've got the philtrum, which is the strip between the nose and the lips. This is highly vascular, there's a lot of nerves in this area, you don't need to be treating over it. This device is not made for there. You've got your trachea, your throat, your thyroid area, your vocal cords, they're not collagen deficient. The corners of the mouth, because again there's some pretty big nerves and veins around this area. Then we have directly under the jawbone or over the jawbone, so anywhere where you can feel the bone move above or beneath it, because bone is better unzapped. Now it's important to remember that the SMAS layer is deeper in some areas than others. Fire this frequency in a place where the bone's too close to the surface and you're heating cartilage or nerve bundles instead of fascia. Not cute, and it's also not going to be very fun. But don't let this put you off, because every ultrasound device poses the same risks and the same benefit. But once you've mastered these no-go zones, the results that you can expect can be pretty spectacular. So, does it actually work? Let's set some expectations like adults. If your idea of results is waking up with Bella Hadid's cheekbones after 2 sessions, put the device down and walk away slowly, because it's not going to happen. Not with this one, nor any other ultrasound machine out there. The AMIRO U1 ultrasound device works gradually. Why? Because collagen takes time to remodel. It's not makeup that you can just slap on and it's there in an instant. It's biology. So when you stimulate your SMAS and your dermis, the initial collagen contraction gives a little bit of a lift. Yes, you're probably going to feel a subtle firmness or tightness after your session, but the real gains come over 3 to 6 months after the session. This is as the fibroblasts rebuild new collagen in those micro injured zones. The more sessions you do over the months, the more micro-injured zones you're creating, the more effect and impact you're going to get over time. And that's when you see actual contour changes. Jawlines lifting, cheek volume improving, folds softening. And if you're consistent and follow the protocol, then you can absolutely expect to see improvements. But my face is living proof that time and consistency is well worth the investment, because not all of us are ready to go under the surgeon's knife. Not all of us can afford to go under the surgeon's knife. And a lot of people just don't want to go under the surgeon's knife. And that's where devices like this come into play. Do I think that the AMIRO U1 Ultra Lift device is worth it? Well, I have a lot of devices in my skincare armour, and I've got a lot of ultrasound devices. I even have access to professional grade HIFU machines that we use in clinic. But just for example, here I have got the Medicube Deep Shot device. This is an ultrasound device from South Korea. These are both made out of the same clinical grade materials. There are no plastic parts here. These are solid metal. They're both sturdy. They've both got weight to them. The difference is, price point wise, this one is more expensive than this one, yet the AMIRO comes with more functions and flexibility of use. It targets different layers within the skin, and of course it's designed to work with the stamping mask or as a gliding treatment. And results wise, the results that I've had from this one since I started using it have been superior to what I received with this one, which is unsurprising because this one is just more technologically advanced than the Medicube. With that said, that doesn't mean the Medicube is a bad device. It just means that if my house was on fire and I could only save one of these, I'm sorry Medicube, but it's bye-bye. Then of course there is the HIFU machine that I got from AliExpress. Again, price point wise, they're actually not that different between each other. This one is made from plastic. It can be temperamental. The coverage area is really small, but both of these allow you to modify the depths that you're treating at. Both of them let you modify the power output. I bought 3 of these. 2 of them worked fine. One of them arrived broken on arrival and got sent back. I didn't get refunded for that. Wasn't very happy, but you know, it is what it is. AliExpress, sometimes you spin that roulette wheel and yeah, you miss. Again, out of the 2 of these devices, if I had to save one of them, buy. Essentially, the AMIRO U1 Ultra Lift is one of the very few home use devices that actually targets a smash layer with enough intensity to matter. The build quality is not cheap, it's not plug and play, but it's legitimately engineered. Both the technology and power output have been perfectly optimized to provide professional grade results that really just keep getting better with continued use. If you want a non-invasive, zero downtime way to tighten skin with a device that actually does something beneath the surface, and you're willing to put in the time and not expect miracles after just one use, then absolutely 100% the AMIRO U1 home facelift device. It is worth considering. AMIRO, good job. I literally cannot wait to try the next tool that I have just here, which I'm going to be bringing to you guys soon. But yeah, if you've got any questions about this one, or you've personally tried the AMIRO products yourself, the comments are now open, so feel free to get the conversation started. And I think we're done. I hope that your day ahead of you is as amazing as you are, and I really look forward to seeing you in my next video. So till then, TJ over and out.